You're listening to the Reachcast Show, your weekly stop for the latest and greatest in the PlanetSide 2 universe and its community.
Whoa.
Welcome, everybody. It is April 28th, and you're listening to episode 83 of the Reachcast Show. Proud members and sponsors of the AGN and Podcast Networks. I'm your host, Torx. With me tonight is the guy named Knox.
Why did you do that again?
And we have Derringer, too.
Hello, everyone.
Derringer.
I want to say thank you to the two of you for coming on the show this week. We had a great show last week without you, but it just isn't the same without you guys.
We?
I think we, let's say we.
We.
You.
It's me and all the voices in my head had a great show last week.
That's good. This week you're brought to you by the triumphant return of Game of Thrones. And also, great listeners like you via the Support the Show tab on ReachCastShow.com. What do we have in store this week for you?
What do we have in store?
Torx falls off his chair.
I was thinking more like it was his ironing board collapsing or something.
My dog wanted in her cage. She kept screwing with the cage. I had to open it, and it was messed up.
The little tray
All right.
table that his computer rests on just fell to the floor.
Yeah, like all my PC equipment lays on like a tray table and just collapsed in front of me. We have the April 23rd PTS patch. We're going to talk a little bit about the all-access membership changes that SOE is implementing. We're going to talk about that. Some good community articles. We're going to talk about laser tag at SOE Live. This crew of Reachcast and Tony from SOE are going to work together to create a laser tag event for all you wonderful people showing up at SOE Live. Community Clash. This week we're going to talk about that. And we're going to tell you how, if you want to be a DA ringer for SOE Live, how you can enter to do that. That being said, patch notes.
I'm going to get these mosquitoes in the air and rain down some hellfires on those fools. Oh no! What the fuck? I should have listened to the Reachcast patch notes.
All right, this week's patch notes are a little different than normal because we're only going to be focusing on the current patch that was released on April 23rd on the public test server. As you know, there was no other patch that came out this week. So the biggest thing to appear on the April 23rd patch was implants are now available on the PTS, and SOE would love for you to go on and test them out. They're looking for some feedback regarding it. They're also monitoring bug reports via in-game reports and through other communication channels. Again, they really want your feedback regarding them. So, quick recap of the changes that were made to the implants. They're no longer timed consumable items. This was what was originally discussed when Smedley first announced that implants were coming back into the game, and players all over the world hated it immediately. So they are now permanent items, and instead they're now powered by an implant core. And what the implant core is, it's an energy item that as you have a implant, whichever one you choose activated, the number of ticks on that core slowly count down as you're using a specific implant. And there are ways to replenish the power that is added to that core, whether it's via certs, station cache. I don't know if it's going to actually be a drop in-game. So you can earn implant rewards through gameplay. You can also buy them through cert points, or you can spend station cash. And they can now be equipped in custom loadouts instead of only equipping them on your character screen. So
I wonder if they're going to give you the option to be like, to put a billboard on your back for like Pepsi or Mountain Dew or something like that, and you can take up core time.
No.
Like while you're running the billboard, and you can take it down after you've charged up.
No.
No?
No. That's not even funny anymore. Come on. This is 2 weeks ago news.
Or are you talking about the ads at facilities?
Yes, he's still talking about ads at facilities. Come on. So how are the implants going to work, or how do they currently work on the PTS? Again, occasionally they're earned from experience rewards. Granted, this does not currently work on PTS due to some complications. You go into your loadout and you actually equip an implant. If you look on your loadout screen down next to your knife, there's a section for implants that you can click on and choose specific implants. As I said, energy is acquired by chargers, which can be bought with certs or station cash. You can also, it does say that you can earn them from experience awards, but again, that's not currently working on PTS. The cool part is...
It's a rare drop and you haven't gotten it.
Well, no, it specifically notes say that it's not working currently.
Okay.
So what I do like about the implants is that unwanted implants can be deconstructed and turned into new implants or chargers in the new construction interface. So kind of think of it as crafting for PlanetSide 2. What you can do right now is you can take either 3 or 5 of the existing implants that you have in your inventory, drop them into this converter, and bam, it makes a little flashy stuff on your screen. And out comes a brand new implant. And it's usually a rank 2 or rank 3 of whatever you're, not of whatever you're deconstructing. It's always random, but it's most usually a better version of, so if you're deconstructing rank 1s, you usually get rank 2s. If you're deconstructing rank 2s, you usually get rank 3s.
That makes no sense.
I'm sorry that it makes no sense.
Why would you ever use a rank 1? Just deconstruct it.
Well,
and then deconstruct that one.
The problem is that...
Deconstruct that one.
Well, the problem is that you don't... Unless you're going to drop a whole bunch of station cash or certs on them up front, you may not have a lot of them. And again, it's random what you receive.
Well, can you not deconstruct what you receive?
Oh, you can deconstruct everything.
Well, then just keep deconstructing until you get what you want.
Well, again, you're spending station cash or certs in game to acquire
per
them.
Thing?
Yeah, it's the current costs are it's like 100 station cash to purchase 3, or 130 station cash, or 150 I don't remember which one it is, to purchase 5 implants. And they're random implants. Currently, they don't have how many certs it's going to cost because it's just listed as 1 cert on the PTS because they want more people to actually go in and get implants.
Do you think there'll be certs you can do like a talent tree to make you better at crafting?
I doubt it. I mean, maybe if I buy a special gun in the depot, it'll give me +1 to my crafting skill. Is that what you mean?
No, I mean, like, you have a cert line. Like, X% chance to get a stage 2 thing or whatever.
Like, maybe if I have the gold commissioner, I get +2 to my rolls on deconstructing implants.
Sure.
Quite interesting to see.
I meant spending certs, not buying weapons.
No, I do know what you mean. But I don't think they want to go anywhere near any type of tree. You know, they had it in PlanetSide 1. It's not in PlanetSide 2.
Well, what tree? I mean, yeah, I said tree, but they already have it with the certs. You just make it another option.
I suppose.
And you say, spend 1,000 certs. X% better chance. Okay, cool.
Talking about like a alternate advancement A system point.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, what would they add it to? It would be a complete new, thing, like
God, I would hope that's not. I would hope that's not too hard for them.
Oh, I would hope it's not too hard either.
I'm intrigued to see how widely accepted this system is, because this is not at all how they initially
it's completely
planned
different.
on doing this.
It's completely different.
And I'm wondering who decided if it was the last minute decision just to say, hey, Diablo 3 came out. They did it like this. Let's switch everything we do to Diablo 3 system. I'm serious. This is exactly like Diablo 3.
I don't know that that's the case. I think that they got a lot of feedback from the official forums and Reddit.
Players?
No, I don't think so. Because when they originally came out with the idea, it was so universally hated. But I think a lot of people gave good feedback on how they'd like to see it differently. And I think this is the genesis of where this current idea came from.
Well, you said that one isn't in there. The
conch and flash one's not in there. For a list of the ones that are in there currently, there's an awareness one, which auto spots enemies who damage or kill you if they're not using a suppressed weapon. Battle hardened, which reduces camera shake from all explosions and also reduces flinch when hit by enemy fire. Enhanced targeting displays the health of damaged spotted enemies, also increases your HUD reticle enemy identification range. EOD HUD detects nearby enemy explosives and shows them on your HUD. Hold your breath, which will increase your hold breath time by 25, 50, and 75% respectively for each rank of implant. A marker implant, which auto spots enemies that you damage. I really like that one. Regeneration, which regenerates 4, 5, or 6.67% health for every second while you're not being damaged. Note, this does not repair max armor. Safe landing reduces fall damage. It pretty much more than doubles. It basically triples the current how far you can fall before you take lethal fall damage. And finally, a sensor shield, which makes you undetectable to enemy radar equipment and motion sensors. I kind of expected a lot more different ones. I expected some of the ones that were in the original PlanetSide 1. I mean, like, where's the dark light one?
Kind of did that with flashlights, though, right? To a certain extent.
They did kind of do it with flashlights. You're right, but I kind of expected the dark light one to make it in here. I expected the sprint one to make it in here.
What's
Sprint
the sprint one?
Sprint seems like one of those things that could really be abused.
I
But
already have adrenaline boots.
well, yeah, but that's, you actually have to swap out a slot for it versus,
In PlanetSide 1, you used to be able to get a sprint implant. It wouldn't last forever, but you could run faster for short periods of time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I always use sprint and dark light, and I think there was one for additional health. I can't remember correctly. But those are the three I always ran.
I'm sure that they will add additional ones if the system works well.
If it takes off. I agree.
Two you listed exist essentially in the game. Dark light and sprint with adrenaline boots if you're playing the right class.
Well, that's the thing.
And the third one is something that used to exist and they took it away because it was overpowered. So I'm not surprised they're not there.
Well, I'm not surprised Conk and Flash aren't there. I mean, that was
No, I'm not saying that one. I'm saying the health one.
To my health pool period.
Yeah, that used to exist in the game with Nanoweave. And they took it away because it was OP. Well, maybe not OP, but it was the best option. So they changed it.
I'm assuming, like I said, I assume that they'll come out with additional implants as the system fleshes itself out, if it's successful in release.
I would hope so. It seems like a very short list currently. And I mean, if they want a bunch of different things to fit different, niches, they really need to double or triple the amount. But I understand it's probably hard to think up different things to do in game.
I feel like 3 of them were like almost infiltrator specific.
I mean, I know SW loves crafting. It's it's a big part of all games they work on, and this is their first.
Except for PlanetSide, they've never done crafting before. Yeah,
that's what I was about to say. This is kind of their first foray into trying to implement or integrate crafting into an FPS. So it's interesting. There's other FPSs that have, whatever crafting systems.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, what other FPS have crafting it?
So you have like what? Wow, I just lost my
Call of Duty, right?
Team Fortress kind of has a crafting system.
Oh yeah, you're right. Team Fortress 2 does. You're right.
So
it has crafting in it?
Yeah, you can actually break down the weapons and stuff that
break down your weapons and stuff. Yeah. So there's what was the other one I was thinking of? It's newer. Crap, I can't remember the name of it. There's a newer FPS that has has a crafting system as well. So
you shut me up. I take it back. You're absolutely right. So thank you for putting me in my place. I deserve that.
So community briefing. Right?
No, let's finish this up. I got some other stuff to talk about. So they do know that some things are not quite complete. Specifically,
loadout.
Rules.
Thank you, Time Loop.
Rules regarding max.
Loadout is not crafting.
What do you mean it's not crafting?
Continue on, Mark.
What do you mean it's not crafting?
I never played
Loadout.
Loadout, so I can't comment.
Loadout has crafting in it.
Oh, you're talking about the game. A game called Loadout.
Yes.
Yes.
I thought you were saying like loadout, like the player's loadout.
No.
Oh. Okay.
You gotta watch the chat room.
Smoking.
What? You've never heard of the loadout of the player's character being
Yes.
called the loadout?
Yes.
I've never heard of the game called Loadout.
Yeah, there is a game called Loadout. Just
Well, okay.
leave Knox alone. He's high on, muscle milk and stuff like that
I'm
right
not
now.
high on anything. It's insane to have me not to think
Dude.
that.
Do you drink muscle milk?
Fuck no.
Do you drink any supplement? Do you go with your
some whey protein.
super huge lifting regimen
Whey
you're doing right
protein.
now?
Whey protein. That's it.
All right. So again, some things they know are not quite complete. Like they really have not fleshed out the max implant rules, and a lot of the stuff does not currently work in vehicles, and they do want it to work in vehicles when it comes around. And there are some known issues. So currently when you get a drop, it generates a message but doesn't actually deliver the item. They're aware. Random implant pack items are not displayed in the purchase success screen. Default implant is not always automatically equipped. There's no energy state on the HUD, and they want one to be there. And I agree, that's kind of crazy because you have to hit escape and go into the actual crafting screen to see how much energy you have left.
While it's burning?
Yeah, while it's burning. So, and then finally, a drop earned on one character can currently be claimed on another character. So again, these are things that they are aware of and they will be fixing as it comes out. But currently, they want you on the PTS testing out implants. And I know, I want to say at least half of our listeners probably don't touch the PTS at all. And that's why I wanted to discuss implants tonight, to kind of get the info out there for people who are interested in it, but don't want to actually get on PTS and play. So you guys have anything else to add on implants? I mean, are you guys implant guys, or you prefer real?
What does that mean?
Do you prefer real?
Are you talking about like penile implants that you're trying to allude to?
No, I'm talking about breasts.
Plants?
I'm flat up talking about breasts right now.
Okay, I know Tom's all about fake tits.
I'm not opposed to fake titties.
See,
Yeah.
I am. Real or get GTFO.
I personally prefer natural. That's
Well, are we talking just playing with, or what we were married to? Because you guys are married and I'm single.
Well, no, I mean, I think in reality, I'm not I don't think I don't know if I could tell the difference because I don't think I felt fake ones
Well,
before.
it depends on the quality.
I'm assuming they probably have better tits these days than they used to have, right?
There are some fake ones that could trick you, and then there are others where you're like, yeah, that's like a balloon.
I mean, if the doc does his job right, you shouldn't tell the difference, right? It shouldn't be like the cleavage shouldn't be like 4 inches apart and like the boobs stuck out to either side,
One nipple's up, the other one's down.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
I can say that my wife has a friend who was a stripper with a bad boob job.
You should ask to feel them.
I should have, but I didn't because my wife would probably slap the shit out of me.
It's for scientific. It's for science. Yeah, it's not for your own personal enjoyment.
Did you ever ask her to do what you were saying you were going to a few weeks ago?
What did I say?
It was some episode ago.
What did I say? This is
Some
not
episode.
a good start, depending on where it goes.
Wasn't this where I was going to go upstairs and say, what was I going to say?
I think you were just going to tell her to start stripping for you.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I never did that.
That was like the last episode I was on. I come back and we're already
We always
talking
circle
about
back
strippers.
around, circle back around to stripping. Like Vegas is going to be a very apt location for us to be alive.
Whatever. I didn't see a single stripper in Vegas.
You didn't?
No.
Your eyes just weren't open.
See, they're
I mean, they weren't walking around naked, but there were definitely strippers walking around, like
I saw
promoting.
a
strippers.
prostitute, but not a stripper.
They were all over on the bottom floor because remember that escalator that was closed off half the time?
I don't remember.
They're always out in front of that, being like, "Come up to the show."
All I remember is the prostitute running out of some PlanetSide 2 player's room.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't get that one.
They
That's all.
may or may not have been a devil dog.
Devil dogs were too raunchy with the prostitute.
All right. I have nothing else regarding implants, so if we want to move on to community briefing, that is all right with me.
I mean, we're really striking gold here, but sure.
Attention, soldiers! Get your butts in here for this week's community briefing.
All right, there's some April 29th maintenance. It says all SOA games, the official forum's account management and commerce functions will be taken offline to implement a new all-access membership plan.
You guys want to take like a friendly bet between us, maybe a couple bucks being exchanged on how long it's going to take the downtime for this?
It's going to be all day tomorrow.
I'm shooting for like a 16-hour downtime window before it comes back up.
You really think so?
Forums account management.
The last time that we had account management changes, it was an all-day thing, and that was long ago.
So what you're trying to say is that if you have ops on Tuesday night, you might as well just cancel it now.
No, I'm saying that I'm all for being wrong on this. I just wanted to make a friendly bet between the three of us how long we thought it was going to take. So next week we can do this in retrospect. But
36 hours.
Oh my God, dude! Really? Okay,
I'm just taking the high path.
I think it's
okay. I'll do a 16.
I'm going to say 6.
6. So we'll do the Jeopardy next week, and we'll figure it out.
What do you mean won't we figure it out tomorrow?
Yeah, basically. Well, maybe not if it's 36 hours.
36 hours, yeah, 72 hours, and we'll talk about it next week and figure out who's closest, and then we'll give each other nothing like you normally do.
Going with the long shot.
All right,
so kick off the start at 12:01, and like we said, like you kind of implied, there's no ETA. And as a reminder, membership all access plan will give you 500 station cash monthly from within the game marketplaces, receive 10% discount on marketplace purchases, and gain access to exclusive promotions and offers throughout the year.
I'm excited about that 10% discount finally.
I'm excited about the promotions and offers. I'm wondering if they're going to be like kind of like the spring stuff where you get like single station cash sales periodically throughout the year.
Nice. That would be
Triple
nice.
station cash is only for members.
That would rule.
I assume that they're going
to make a lot of money on that one.
I think they would. Well, the question is how much would it offset?
Well, yeah, really.
Maybe they'd be like, you have to have a 3-month or better plan.
Because you got to figure, at the minimum, someone's buying $30 into the game, but they're receiving...
No, $25. You can buy $10. You can buy $5 of station cash.
Okay, I guess.
I think they'd be a fool to spend $15 to spend only $5 on triple station cash. It's not exactly
that's
best
but
financial
you're right.
value, but
if they spend $20 on the game, but then they're only receiving $15 in station cash, right? 5, 10, triple, 15. So 1,500 station cash. That's less than the $20 they're spending, right? But I'm thinking if they spend $14.99 for their all access and then buy a $15 game card, now they're spending $30, but they're receiving $4,500, right?
So they didn't gain too much, and Sony gained lots of monies.
Well, I'm just wondering if that's what the breaking point is for doing something like that. I think that's a great idea, and I hope everybody at SOE that's listening to this show does that for all us great
it's because I'm a fucking genius.
All access members. Did you guys know that I am a paying member currently?
You are officially a paying member?
Yes. Because our membership ran out last week when the double XP event was on.
That's about to get re-upped. You know that, right?
Yeah, no, I know that, but
he didn't want to miss double XP.
I didn't want to miss double XP.
It was worth $15.
Sure.
Fair enough.
I support this game.
Well, I mean,
He's not a total cheapskate.
I did a look back on how much I've spent, and I cry every time I think about how much I've spent.
I did immediately get 500 station cash, so you know.
Yeah. All right. Well, I was wondering if they're going to continue doing the double XP weekends that are involved with.
They are.
That's going to be involved. That's going to be included.
Yeah, they've already got. if
That's the
you
promotions they're talking
log
about.
on to the PTS, they've already got May, June, and July mapped out.
Nice. Okay, cool. So
So-
that confirms that then.
Yeah, I don't have the exact dates because I'm not logged into it right now, but there's definitely, that same screen you see when you're playing the regular game on PTS.
Splash.
They have that
Transition
splash screen
or whatever.
Yeah, going
Yeah.
out further in May, June, and July.
Cool. That's
So-
that answers that question. That's awesome.
And then-
Upgrade now.
Yeah,
Upgrade now.
and then watch, they'll have it in August too, but it'll be during SOE Live.
Only during SOE Live. Yeah, double XP only during SOE Live. I wonder what kind of camos we're gonna get for SOE Live this year. If it's gonna be like, so last year was what, dollar signs and what was the other one? Dice.
Yeah, dollar
Cards.
signs and
we got the
cards.
dice. We got the dice hood
Hood
ornament,
ornament,
and the
Yeah.
the poker
the,
chip,
like, poker
ornament,
chip fountain ornament.
which
This
are
year's
both
gonna be
dumb.
like mini T-Ray faces all over your camo.
Compared to a golden snowman, I would totally take T-Ray
Dude,
faces.
Golden Snowman is awesome though.
I want a gold
You actually had
T-Ray.
to. It's like you actually had to earn that though. I mean, that's the difference. Like, that's why I love Golden Snowman.
I want a golden T-Ray
Oh yeah,
with a fedora.
Quattro in the channel says it, but I was telling you about it, Knox. There's an NS knife this year for
Yeah, I
SOE
heard
Live
about
members.
that.
Mm.
And they're going to be redoing, how knives work in game before SOE Live is what I hear.
We'll
I
see.
don't know. I don't really know what that means, but yes, we will get a special NS knife.
I want
uh,
a T-Ray bust hood ornament.
T-Ray bust.
Golden.
What was the console game that you had to kind of fight each other when you came into melee range? It was normally a shooter. What the hell was the name of that? It was the
They'll fight each other.
apocalyptic one. Well, chainsaws, right? You attack each other with chainsaws, but you had to like fight when you had to click or something like that to once you get in chainsaw range with someone else on who actually wins the chainsaw fight.
Apocalypse.
Was it Warhammer 40K?
No, there's a couple games in the series, and it was aliens versus humans, and I don't even remember now. It's not important, but it'd be cool to see a system integrated where you actually had to do something for a melee fight instead of just swing. But that really wouldn't.
Was it turn-based?
No, it was a regular FPS. It was what the hell? It was a big one too for console players. I don't even remember what the hell it was now.
Oh,
That'd be
console.
why I don't know.
Yeah, I just realized that you said console, so I'm out too.
It's the one with like all the beef. Screw it.
I'm trying to describe something
That neither of us have ever played.
Guarantee you, I've never played.
It's trying to explain it would be like explaining every other.
You don't
like,
mean Halo?
Alien FPS. No, it's not Halo. That one I would remember. This is it's any other Alien FPS shooter. If I tried to explain it, it was more blood.
I'll tell
Really,
you what console games I've played in the last 5 years: Halo Reach, Halo,
Gears of War,
Call of Duty,
Yes.
Modern Warfare 1, and I think that's it.
Thank Chaos Gauge. It's Gears of War is what I was thinking of.
Oh yeah, I've seen people play it. I haven't played it.
It was a fun game, and during I used to play a lot of it.
It's quite popular.
Yeah, it was good times.
All right. So now that we've told everybody to upgrade now, should we move on to straight pull bolts?
We just may make a section like memory, chat room memory game.
Nostalgia.
Start talking about random
Nostalgia cast.
like you guys give us the names and we'll just start describing things we vaguely remember.
I
You guys give us-
have a game in the works for the two of you to play.
Oh boy.
I'm not giving any information. It's a PlanetSide 2 related game, and I will be
As long as it's like PS2
Does
lore.
it involve
Yes.
drinking?
no.
Oh, well, then I don't want to play it.
Yes, it involves drinking whey protein.
So we can start drinking for our loss.
So-
Yeah, sure.
I'm putting this together. It's going to be a complete surprise to the two of you. I have not mentioned it before. I thought of it today. I will
boy.
be working on it this week. I
What's,
can't
like a
guarantee.
minigame?
It's going to be I don't want to give it all away.
Let's go play.
It's going to be a
Terraria.
contest against the two of you. It's
Oh.
not going to be lore related, but it is going to be PlanetSide 2 related.
Contest against the two of us.
Yes, the two of you. So that's all. I'm just gonna tease it as that. We'll leave it like that.
Highest BR wins. I win.
Okay. So next up in community briefing, I want to highlight Mustarde's straight pull bolt. blog post that he put out this past week. I spent some time talking about straight pull bolts on last week's show, the show that I did by myself because no one else joined me. And I said that there really was no downfall to the straight pull bolts. And if you're
Punisher for that, aren't you?
if you're a sniper, there's no reason that you shouldn't buy straight pull bolts. And while Mustarde semi agrees with what I said, he did bring up some ideas of some detriments actually to straight pull bolts. First up in his blog post, he wanted to remind us that the straight pull bolt was teased in an upcoming Infiltrator update in April of 2013. So it took an entire year for straight pull bolts to actually appear in game from the first time that they were teased. So maybe that's going to tell us how
I want to
long
make something clear since
implants is going to be.
This. I spent all of last Monday setting up events for SOE Live and doing an interview for Community Clash. So it's not like I wasn't doing shit for Plan Side 2. I will not be guilted about last Monday. I refuse.
That's fine. I'll guilt you anyways because
I don't care.
Mondays are show days, not Community Clash days.
I wasn't killing me.
It's a fight. Fucking round one. Let's go.
Round one, Derringer has already won. Torx is on the mat. So here are the detriments to straight pull bolts per Mustarde. So he says the biggest problem with straight pull bolts is that it's going to form bad habits in new snipers. So rather than them uncloaking, shooting, recloaking, moving to a different position, uncloaking, shooting, yada, 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 people are going to develop a shoot straight, shoot until they're out of ammo, and then they're going to cloak while they're reloading mentality. It's going to make them a lot easier to see when they're shooting. So more rounds downrange, it's going to equal more bright tracer shots and more mini-map pings showing your location. And he feels that a new sniper is going to adopt that if they immediately buy the straight pull bolt, and they're not going to learn the actual craft of playing a sniper and locating new, better positions after each shot to make sure that you are not counter-sniped or located. So, like I said, I wanted to bring some things that there are some detriments to the straight pull bolts, and I want to thank Mustarde for making that blog post and pointing them out to me. You guys have anything to add?
The word craft?
No, I do not.
No, he didn't. Okay.
Yeah. Duran says it's more like shoot, get shot in the head. Yeah. That's happened to me a few times because it is more tracer shots coming down range. And you're paying the minimap. Whereas in the past, you'd shoot, you'd recloak, and you'd get the hell out of there to a better position. So it's not, the straight pull bolt is not teaching that. So I do still like the straight pull bolt, even though I am getting shot in the head. I mean, maybe equally to what I was before. So that's all.
Cool.
Sweet. All right, cool. Well, so T-Ray made some tweet, and that tweet says, if you live in Canada, France, Germany, or the UK, get ready to submit your awesome creations on May 1st. So I guess Player Studio is opening up internationally.
Now, my question to that is, are people in the U.S. going to be able to buy those submissions? Do you guys know?
Surely.
You think it's going to be cross?
Can those people buy the U.S. submissions?
I don't know.
Depends for Pro-Cebian, because Pro-Cebian can't. And if it's submitted for Pro-Cebian, then probably not.
Oh. So it'll be like a competition on who can be jelly of the other continent.
I would imagine. I wonder if it's. You don't think it's based on server? See, I don't know. I mean, I guess we should probably log in. We should log into. Oh, you think it's based on provider?
I would assume. We can ask T-Ray, but I know that the studio or the marketplace for Pro-Cebian is different than that of SOE.
But if you log into the game on a Pro-Cebian account and you go to the depot, you don't see the same stuff.
You can't buy most of the stuff from the Pro-Cebian setup that you can from the SOE one. There's definite differences in what you can and cannot buy between the two.
Aren't all you Europeans on the Community Clash team all still up? Can't you bring one of them in here and ask them? Aren't they at your beck and call?
I thought Monday was
Not so much.
podcast night, not community clash night.
Yeah, we can't talk about Community Clash in here. It's not.
Actually,
Can't bring
we-
up community clash members.
Actually, we can. It's coming up in two things.
I mean, we can't. I think Community Questions next. I mean,
That's why I said
let's not get ahead of ourselves.
two things.
We can't bring Community Clash members in here. It's not Community Clash night. Podcast night.
All right, moving on to round 3.
I'm glad that you
Adam
agreed.
wins that round.
No, basically, Adam just agreed with me that Monday is podcast night.
I did. I don't want. I can't feel. I feel guilty. Like I can't do this anymore. So I have to make sure Mondays. No more Community Clash on Monday.
I mean, Tom had an excuse. There was playoff hockey on. You had no excuse.
You're gonna really. You're gonna do.
Well, I
that.
already blocked that out of my memory.
Oh my god.
I have hockey on right now. I'm watching the fucking Anaheim LA game. Or Anaheim Dallas game. LA. Wait, this ain't Anaheim. That's they showed Corey Perry playing. What the hell? It's LA San Jose.
Okay. So community question for the week.
And Wednesday is Prince Spaghetti night, in case you're wondering.
There was no community question last week, so this week's question is, in quotations, like implants? Question mark.
Who changed that?
I did.
That's terrible.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
We already decided that Adam is the world's worst community question writer.
I thought his
It's
other
not-
one was actually pretty decent.
Yeah, it was.
Why'd
Except
you
for,
change?
except for PS4 is not coming anytime soon, so I'm not really interested in asking that question until we actually know a release date.
What PS4 question? The previous question says, what implants do you want to see in the game?
Oh. We already know what's going to
That's
be in the
way
game,
better
right?
than I thought we had a no yes or no question policy.
Yeah.
Sure, ask it then.
God, don't you know Mondays are podcast nights?
All right, what was the question again? It was
What kind of implants do you want to see in the game?
Yeah.
That's way better.
The question before that, this is the third iteration. The question before that was going to be, what should the outfit name?
Iteration.
What should the outfit name for the Reachcast outfit on PS4 be? And then took it out because obviously PS4 is not going to be released till later this year.
That is a terrible question too,
So I took it out.
because you're assuming that we're gonna have PS4s.
I will,
Well,
because I do.
You
I
already
will be
has
playing
one.
on it.
The question is, what will be out first? H1Z1 or PS2 on the PS4?
H1Z1. I bet you it will be before Planet 2 will.
zombies, baby, zombies.
Gotta get those zombies.
The
All
test
right.
grounds for emergent AI.
Planet 2. Let's do the Community Clash stuff. Knock it out.
Prepare yourselves! This is the PlanetSide 2 Community Clash.
Okay, is it just me or do you guys hear it changes the tone like all old timey movie style? Like the reel starts going slower, so the sound warps.
I think it's that acid you're on. It's
Did you guys hear that too? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have no clue. You're gonna have to tell me again later about it.
It does a thing if you slow or speed up sound, it changes the pitch. It does that at least when I hear it, which means if I'm hearing it that way, our listeners are hearing it that way.
I'll have to check back and see. If
At
it's
least on the
version.
stream.
Maybe the version we're playing.
It happens every once in a while. It's very weird.
All right, so Community Clash, Mercenaries, and Das Anfall both won this week, which means that the U.S. winners for Season 1 are Das Anfall, and the EU winners for Season 1 are Mercenaries. They're both going to play each other in the World Finals on May 3rd, 11 a.m. PST.
I thought Community Clash was supposed to be an all-out victory for Future Crew. What happened?
They lost. But they lost in a way where there was a lot of
You know what?
discussion on if it was valid or not, and
Did
Everyone
you see?
said that the bracket was decided
people said
before months before it even started, and look what happened.
Did
They
you
were
guys
wrong.
happen to see T-Ray's tweet about the DA Future Crew match? There was
No.
there was a little bit of crying about DA using the rocks, obviously. And T-Ray replied to that right to the Future Crew account saying, in-game mechanics are something you have to deal with, so shut it.
I'm sorry, but
Jeez.
I'm going to catch heat for this one, but who fucking cries about a rock and blames a rock on a loss?
T-Ray agrees with you. I'm going to find that tweet now.
You care a little too much about something that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, there was definitely some discussion surrounding the terrain of the bridge, and there's hopefully what we're trying to do for season 2 is set it up in such a way where we shouldn't see much in the way of sudden deaths, and if we do, it'll be done in a completely different fashion. So there's some really good ideas thrown around about how the scoring system for season 2 is going to work and how the lanes should work. And in fact, I want to give a shout out to Solaris from Das Onfall. In fact, they put together one hell of a presentation on goods and bads and things that might be altered to increase the quality of the show and the matches for the players for season 2. So I reviewed that a couple times, and there's been some other ideas from people like Farah and some of the EU people that have really been productive on how we're going to change things for season 2. But we'll have to see what happens. So signups will start. Signups for season 2. Actually, I guess this is the first anybody's heard of this because I haven't put a post up for it yet because I've been kind of overwhelmed trying to get the shit ready for next week. But official signups for season 2 will start right after the World Finals are done. So next week, the signups will start.
That is something you might want to say more than a few days before.
It's not a few days before, dude. It's next Saturday.
I know. I'm saying it's good you said it now.
Oh, well, it's not going to be said until the show anyways after this. So there won't be a Reddit post or anything else until the finals, and then we'll talk about it there, and then we'll put a Reddit post that. But figure why not talk about this week. We'll see. So, anything else? Mark? Tom?
No.
I don't have a bumper for this, but...
Go USA? Is that what you want?
Sure. Yeah, there's a lot of...
I heard... I didn't hear. I know DA plays on Matherson, and I hear that if you don't play on Matherson, you don't matter, son.
That is so clever. The cleverness is overwhelming.
All right.
That's all I got.
So laser tag. So I talked more with Tony, and Tony's the community manager for Raider X, community manager for PlanetSide 2 now. We're moving the laser tag event from 9 a.m. to noon on Saturday, August 16th. And it'll be actually the official Sony PlanetSide 2 live event. I think they do a live event for every game type. So it'll be 45 people we're capable of being able to fit in that 3-hour period. Transportation will be included in your entrance fee and 5-man teams. So the site for the signups and all the information, rules, rosters, everything else will be put up pretty soon. It's almost done. We just need to finalize some of how much it's going to cost and get our bids back and finalize everything else for the site. And it'll be up probably in the next week or two. With that said...
You mean the real event's going to involve exercise?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
Fortunately, yes. Absolutely. All right. Good, bad, and the OP.
Have another drink on me, soldier.
Okay, thank you kindly.
If you can look hard enough past all the death and all the sorrow, there are good things. You must remember that we will overcome. The good, the bad, and the overpowered.
All right. I guess I have two goods. My good is hanging out with Mono on Wednesday last week. That was pretty cool. He was in town. And then I hung out with T-Ray before that, but I never said anything about it. That was also pretty good. My bad is I just really don't care about video games anymore right now. I don't know if you can tell with my tone of voice and excitement level. Gaming in general is not appealing to me right now, and it's very hard to get into it. So that's kind of bad, I guess, for listeners, not for me, maybe.
You're like an old man who just lost his wife to cancer.
Well, okay, so
can't go on living anymore.
Anyone who has Steam can see the last game I played on Steam was PlanetSide 2, literally a month ago tomorrow on 3/29. You can click my profile and go to the history. That's how long it's been since I played anything on Steam. I played a little bit of League, and otherwise I just really haven't played any games. It's not even PlanetSide specific. I don't know. Hasn't been clicking with me lately.
You've been playing games at the gym.
I have. No, I read an article. It's tangent time. You started this. I read an article once that said, and this is not what I'm doing, by the way, but that gamers make good bodybuilders. And I'm not trying to bodybuild, but it is like progressing is like leveling, and it's fun.
So what you're trying to say is every Reachcast listener that comes to SOE Live can oil up your pecs.
No, I told you I'm not doing bodybuilding. Okay, I'm too old to even consider that.
That's gonna be.
I just like going to the gym and I like progressing, and that's something that's taken a lot of time lately. But I don't know if that's partly why I don't like gaming anymore. Maybe it is. I just haven't been into it.
That will.
I think a lot of it has to do with the weather. The weather's been so good.
By the way, that will be the show quote I quote tomorrow.
What's the show quote?
That people, I've been tweeting out a quote from the previous week's episode.
What'd you do last week? Quote yourself because it's kind of douchey.
I think I did. What did I quote? I should look it up.
So lame.
But this week it's gonna be everyone that comes to SOE Live can oil you up. Oil up your pecs.
Again, you're quoting yourself. Ultra lame.
No, I didn't quote myself last week.
But you're quoting yourself this week now.
The previous one I said there are still 40 people and a dog working on PlanetSide 2, even if Legger moved to H1Z1 game. So yes, I did quote myself. So.
Oh my gosh.
I wish I could get a list on how many people moved from PlanetSide to H1Z1.
Do you think people are going to make a full conversion and not just play a bit of both?
I'm talking about employees.
Oh.
So the previous week I said obtaining the Twitter handle Derringer is your birthright, Mark. And that was Adam's quote. So see, it's not always me.
Just the last.
It was about me. Hey, I'm doing the tweets. I decide what they are.
Fucking King Pompous at work here.
Hey, when you do the tweets, you can make them whatever you want.
Oh my God.
Hey, this week's is gonna be about you.
I'm not gonna tweet. I don't even pay attention to Twitter anymore. It's really bad.
You don't even text me at work anymore. It's like you don't even love me. The only text I get from you is, I just deadlifted more weight than I've eaten in 3 days.
It's funny because it's true. I was like, yeah, I deadlifted this much.
And you tweeted me. You sent me a picture of you in socks with weights.
Fuck yeah. You know what Thursday is?
You don't wear shoes when you lift weights?
Not deadlift, no. Because they're squishy and it throws your balance off.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for Thursday. I'm not talking about it.
It's Thirsty Thursday. So to answer Tick's question in the chat room, when is Reachcast moving over to H1Z1? There's actually already an H1Z1 podcast I saw.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, we can't trample on them.
Well, I mean, we could trample on them, but you don't play video games anymore.
Isn't
I probably won't play. I got Landmark beta and I haven't even touched that.
I didn't like it.
Isn't that H1Z1 podcast like SOE?
Oh,
No, there's
an SOE podcast.
I think there's a fan one already.
Is there?
I haven't listened, but
surely we could come up with a better name than H1Z1 cast.
I'm thinking he's probably being sarcastic.
I'm going to
honestly.
call it HizzyCast.
HizzyCast. That's perfect.
We're going to spell it Hizzy, though, just to see if people get it.
Well, I think we should spell it H1Z1, but say it Hizzy.
No, it's too obvious then.
Yo,
This is somewhat subtle about it.
Yo, this is Torx, and you're listening to episode 1 of a HizzyCast. My boys Knox and Derringer in the house. Word.
There's so many things I want to say now that I can't say.
I'm drinking a Capri Sun, riding a scooter.
Yes, involving that.
God.
I'm a big ass hizzy riding on a scooter drinking Capri Sun.
All right, we've totally gone off the rails. Should I just do my good and bad?
Whatever you want to do, man. At this point, it doesn't even matter.
All right, so this week I bought a new CPU and motherboard. So I'm now rocking an i7 4770K. I went straight to the head of the class. Of course, my bad is that the 64-bit client is throwing me out of memory errors. I don't know if anybody else is experiencing those in game. If you are,
Like that.
if you are and you have solved the issue, and it seems to only be PlanetSide 2 for me. And what happens is I'm playing it, and after I play a couple hours, I get an error that pops up saying that PlanetSide 2 is, and PlanetSide 2 64-bit client specifically is out of memory, and it wants to close all my programs, and that's exactly what happened to me yesterday. It closed everything that I had running except for PlanetSide 2 because I told it no. So if anybody out there has conquered this 64-bit client bug, I can't find anything out about it. I would love to know what you did. Torx gave me a suggestion, and I plugged that in, but I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. So, I welcome any suggestions. Otherwise, my new computer is running great. It's quiet as all get out. I'm not downloading more RAM. I have 8 gig of RAM in my machine. There should be no reason I'm getting an out-of-memory error.
You download your RAM?
Yes, no, downloadmoreram.com. You never heard of that? I have 8 gig of RAM. I do not need more RAM.
If one game client is taking 8 gigs of RAM, then there's a big fucking memory leak.
Well, that's what I'm
game.
thinking. Is there a memory leak in it? And because I played Diablo 3 last night, no issues.
Yeah.
So here's my other question. I got this new motherboard, an Asus Z87 Pro. Okay. And it comes with a Wi-Fi and USB dongle. And I say dongle because I just like to say dongle.
Mm-hmm.
And it screws into the back of the motherboard. It's kind of cool because it has Bluetooth built into it, so I can actually connect via my phone and stuff like that. But the dongle is magnetic. Is it a bad idea to stick it to the side of my case?
What? I don't know.
What
I know I don't.
is this website?
I know I don't want to put it anywhere near my monitors, obviously, but
No. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, unless you stack it right next to your hard drive, I don't think it'd be
it's on the exact opposite side. But I'm worried it's going to F up the motherboard.
Wait,
No.
what are you talking about?
I bought a Z87 Pro Asus motherboard, and it comes with a Wi-Fi Bluetooth dongle, and the dongle is magnetic. And I assume they want you to stick it to your case. But is that bad for your case?
Just put it on the side the motherboard's not on. That does seem a bit scary.
Yeah, and that's why I don't have it on the case, because I'm afraid to put it anywhere near it.
Do you have to magnetize it to something?
It's magnetized. I don't know what else to do with it. The only other thing I can think is to just unscrew it and not use it, because it is magnetized. But I assume...
if you live in Birmingham, there's a big-ass tornado headed your way. Get underground. I looked at Twitter. It's telling me that.
I think it might be a little late for that.
No, it's
Anybody
45
listening?
minutes out. It was tweeted 2 minutes ago.
I'm talking about if they hear like the podcast, but
Yeah,
Well,
no, I'm not putting it on the hard drive.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I guess. Well, there's 10 people live here. Maybe one of them lives in Birmingham. They're like, shit, I need to go.
I see
if
13.
you were in Birmingham, it's no longer a city anymore. No, I'm joking. Okay.
Okay,
There's a
George,
bunch.
you're up. Good, bad. Then I want to hear this call.
I'm good for the week as I had some fun playing with Outfit X this week. Probably going to go play with some DA or Bax or someone else. Bounce around to a couple different outfits this week. But I played with Outfit X. Played that with Outfit X last week and it was good times. My bad is a water pipe underneath my house busted and Tom and T-Ray were sitting down and smashing a bunch of emos and I was sitting here fixing water pipes. That was fun. And this is like weeks old because
That's so good.
we never do the show because all we do is Community Clash. That being said, let's go to the mailbag. That sounds like a good idea. Let's do that.
Oh, it's a perfect morning. Great timing. The mailman's just coming.
Morning. Here's the mail. Big bag. See you later.
He must have been ready to get away. Very strange. What's the speaking sound? Going to take a look here in this bag of mail. Oh no.
Now you just open the Reachcast mailbag.
All right. We have a call. It's a recruitment call.
Hello, Reachcast. This is Quattro from Das Onfall on the Matherson server. After hearing your podcast last week, I just wanted to call and let you know that we too are excited about SOE Live, and we're particularly excited about the laser tag event. With that in mind, I wanted to let your listeners know that DA is prepared to offer immediate outfit membership for 3 to 5 players who can demonstrate at least 5 years of professional or semi-professional competitive laser tag experience. Applicants can apply on our website at dasonfall.com, or they can email resumes to daringerrecruitment@gmail.com. Thanks a lot.
Oh, he's trying to recruit Louis.
It's not a serious call, by the way. It's for those who don't
I
understand.
think it is a serious
joke.
call.
But
Remember, Derringer's very close to D.A. Ringer.
it's very true.
I finally get that. That's really sad.
I saw that there's actually a D.A. Ringer Twitter account now.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like ex-D.A. Ringer.
It has like Sonic.
Nice.
It has Sonic knocked backwards with rings all around him.
Yeah.
It was a perfect image.
Oh, that's good.
It's really good. I like the avatar image of it. It was good. All right. That's it for the calls and emails. You can call us, by the way, anybody listening to this. 415-787-3224. You can Twitter us at ReachCast Show. We even have a website, reachcastshow.com. I think we have an email. Yeah, we have an email. reachcastshow@gmail.com. And
I have an email.
my Twitter is, at Torx.
No, it's not.
Birthright.
Does he ever give the right Twitter? You're gonna he's always at Shen was taken and you don't call him out there, and then this time you're like, oh no, fuck no, that's the wrong Twitter.
I did it, it's oddly enough, I actually did that to see if Mark would say something, because Mark has been trying to get Derringer for the longest time. If I said that, I was wondering if he was going to get butthurt, and I was right. It was perfect.
Well, I'm at Noxia, and now that the Blues are out of the playoffs, I won't be tweeting about that anymore.
And I am at the Derringer, and since the Bruins are still in the playoffs, maybe I will tweet about that now.
Well played. Okay. Thank you, Steve Cliff, John, Jenny, Boo, and Hama. That's it for this week's show. Show everybody around you some love this week. Peace.
Don't forget to ride a scooter and drink some Capri Sun.
Oh,
Word.
That's right, Sergeant. You made the call.
All right, soldiers, you've done a great job here today. Let's get our stuff and get the hell out of here.